Lance Armstrong. Is that the one?
He did
With one
drugs
testicle?
and got his...
He won the Tour de France.
Not the right way.
Why? What's the right way?
Not doing drugs and getting caught.
Well, he got caught. That was the wrong thing he did. But the problem is, he still won. He was still good. Hey guys, welcome to the PRJCT Transform Podcast, where we talk all things health, fitness, and lifestyle. I am one of your hosts, Jack.
And I am Maddy. And today we have the real top dog of PRJCT Transform here. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Jack.
I am Andrew. Everybody knows me as Andrew. No,
Andrew?
Chucky.
Wow. Chucky. That should be... I didn't even write that question down for you, actually. Should have asked you that question. Why do you get called Chucky? Straight off the bat, let's go.
Well, I did a training session with, I suppose, the old boss where we all used to work, and at Voyage, and it's his traditional, like, get the new kid in for a session, leg session, because that was what he's good at, and did the session all right, and then he made me a protein shake, and I just couldn't hack the smell. Had to walk outside. And because I didn't eat breakfast, it was just like, I was just dry reaching. I never spewed, but...
And that is where Chucky evolved from.
And then everybody's like, oh, it's because you're a hard trainer. And I'm like, yeah, that's why. Let's roll with that.
Righto. We'll see. We'll be the judge of that. Well, today we thought we'd get... So for anybody that doesn't know, PRJCT Transform started with Top Dog over here. But we thought we'd just give everybody a little insight into who you are, where you've come from, and maybe have some fun with you at the end.
Sweet.
Try and break you.
Sweet.
So,
what do you want to know?
Well, all the things. I guess just start off with like how you got into the industry.
Yeah,
become a PT.
It's not there. We've had this discussion before, like at a meeting when we, I suppose, went around a circle and
did that like
got kumbaya a little bit, and while we all got in it, it's not the traditional one. I just was an active kid, played sport, played cricket, hockey, golf, everything else, football. Left school, didn't know what I wanted to do, but I was like, oh, I'll go to uni and do like exercise science, and then my enter score wasn't all that good, so I'm like, I have to find another way in.
Was Bernie upset about that? Because Bernie's smart.
No, he's just very disappointed.
That's worse.
That's so much worse.
Nah. He was like, oh, just find another way in. It doesn't matter. So went and did my diploma of fitness and then finished that and was just like, I'm not going to uni. I'm sick of school. And even the lecturer that come and talk to us, he's like, you don't need to. If you're going to be a PT, you really don't need to do exercise science unless you go and do physio or something like higher, I guess. So he said, just get into it. So I'm like, sweet, let's go and find a job. And that's pretty much my road into PT, I guess.
Nice. And how long were you on the floor? Because there's a lot of online trainers now. So you didn't go straight into online though, did you?
Nah, like it was only the last... when was COVID? 2020. It was probably starting... I didn't really call it online, I guess, but it was more like I was doing programs and diets and stuff for people probably 2018. Like just getting clients that I've done programs for in the gym, and they're like, oh yeah, can you just do me like one that I can follow for muscle gain or whatever? So I was kind of, I suppose, accidentally doing it. And then one of my old trainers, he transitioned to online. I'm like, oh yeah, sweet. So he was running courses for coaches to do the same thing. So did that, and that was only 10 weeks at the time. He's since upgraded that. And then I was sort of like transitioning into it after that course. Like I was starting to implement certain things, and then COVID hit, and I was like, sweet, like I've already got a sort of a runner. Naturally in the first week I was like, fuck, what am I going to do?
Not allowed to swear in this podcast.
Too bad.
Matty's mum just clicked off.
She's out. Grandma's very disappointed.
And then that first week, like everybody just like, what do we do now?
Yeah.
And then I suppose because I already had probably a handful of people up my sleeve, I just reached out to them and was like, look, I can do this, and it was all on spreadsheets, and thank God we're not doing that anymore because it's a pain in the neck. And then, it just sort of bloomed from there.
Nice. And in the meantime, we had Jack. He would have been the worst. Was Jack a good client or no?
Jack was a very good client.
I was a star client, believe it or not. Hence why I'm now here.
Righto. What are the biggest things that you've seen change in the industry? Because you've been in there. I feel like you've been saying 12 years for the last
12 years.
4 years.
He's been coaching since TVs were black and white. Let's just leave it that way.
Biggest change, obviously online. That's a naturally, I think, we were forced into that position.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of, I suppose, trainers doing it like 10, 15 years ago, but it was never a thing. And then, COVID, now it's just like that's the main thing. And face-to-face isn't so much big anymore. But what's really changed? I think education is a lot better. Like, that's probably the biggest thing, which I've preached to all of you guys anyway, is like you need to know why you're doing shit, because
otherwise you'll get called out.
Yeah, you'll be coming stuck real quick. So I feel every now and then I go through my head and I'm like, oh yeah, like you don't hear of like dumb shit like shake diets and shit anymore, but then they still keep popping their heads up every now and then. But
yeah, you'll have a call with someone and they'll be like, yeah, I've done. I don't know if I'm allowed to name shame on this.
No,
will we get we'll end up shut down. But yeah, they will. They pop up in calls and they've done all the shake diets.
Yeah. Even like cutting carbs and stuff still pops its head up a lot. Like the biggest thing is probably like that we've all experienced with clients is if it fits your macros, like it's very big. But now like everybody's starting to. I feel they're just starting to flip back again to like, no, actually follow a plan because you've been trying to fit your macros for the last 10 years and it hasn't worked.
Yeah. That's a really big debate on social media, I think, at the moment. Like the balance between if it fits your macros and health. Like, yeah, you can have if it fits your macros. You could have macros for every day for your whole life, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be beneficial for you, or like there are other factors to take into account. What is there anything else? No bombshells?
Nah, not really. I think like social media is like it shows a lot now. Like you've got a big insight into the, I suppose, PT world. Where back when I started, it was very much like you only had a PT if the doctor told you, or like nobody under the age of 30 had a PT. Like all my clients were over 30. Because they were like, all right, I'm a dad now. Like, I don't have time to think of what I'm going to do. I'll just rock up and you just tell me what to do.
And they do more than one session a week, wouldn't they, too?
Yeah.
You'd have them in for like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I used to have clients that would be every week, 3 to 4 sessions.
Yeah, wow.
Where now it's like just one.
Yeah.
And it's just flog me once and then I'll follow the program the rest.
Yeah.
But it's still, like, and you should probably notice it as well, is like clients, the battle between online and face-to-face is like online people are way more adherent outside of the gym, where in the gym online clients don't train as hard, but face-to-face they train hard, and then as soon as they walk out they're like done for the week, we can move on again.
Yeah, they fully check out, don't they? Yeah, that's very true. I've got all the serious questions, just yeah.
That's because you're the serious Sally in the group.
I also come up with the funny ones and the good ones.
Righto.
That's why you're the nana.
Always calling me the nana. I can't be, because otherwise my grandma wouldn't be disappointed with me. Because she couldn't tell me that she was disappointed at me. Anyway, what would be... there's a couple of questions here. But what do you think is one of the key qualities for like longevity as a coach in the industry?
As a coach?
Yeah. Just whipped that up like off the top of my head, actually. Yeah. Wasn't even on my list, but it came to me.
Longevity in the industry. I'd say always comes back to the old stuff. Like you've got to get in there and grind a little bit and like just teach yourself and try shit.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of like science and education, and like we go and do courses and stuff together, and then people just go, oh yeah, that must be the answer, but never put it into practice.
Yeah.
So just like actually try it. And I suppose that's like half of my clients will know that, oh, like he's done a course. Now he's going to put me through the ringer of like these new styles.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah.
New exercises, new like
ways of like programming them.
Yeah. And just the way you block things together. But keep an open mind is a big one. Don't get too... There's arguments for and against it these days, in there. There's like, you got a niche, and we've had many conversations about niching, and...
Yeah, that's when Jack and Chucky argue.
I suppose, you know, if you niche, then, you know, you get more followers because that's what they believe in and all that kind of stuff. But then at the same time you're blocking like what can work as well.
Yeah.
So if you have an open mind, then you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that will fit this client, because we all trainers train general population.
Yeah.
Unless you're like the elite. Yeah. So yeah, if you're too blinkers on, then you probably at the start you're not going to last very long.
Yeah. Do you think that's something that's evolved for you over the
absolutely.
course of the time?
I was saying to Jamie this morning that I used to be very I knew everything. I think every trainer comes out, does their course, like, fuck, I know everything. And then they go through the phase of like, oh shit, you do that first course and you're like, fuck, I know nothing.
Yeah.
And then
your mind gets blown.
Yeah. And you're like, fuck, I've got so much more to learn. But then you go through the phase of like absolutely trashing your clients. And I think that's where a lot of trainers get their name of like just being hard asses.
Jack.
It's like you just put through the ringer and you get satisfaction out of it. But I think some trainers just run on that and they don't know why they're doing it.
Yeah, it goes back to like what you said in the beginning though. Know why you're doing something.
Yeah.
There's got to be a reason behind it. Yeah. And then in terms of clients then, what do you think is the key for longevity for a client? So somebody who's not, because you see a lot of the time clients that then have really good results, they go and be PTs, like all of that. But what's like the key for a client to have longevity for their health and fitness?
Enjoyment.
Yeah.
Straight out. Like if you're not enjoying it, you're not going to last. And that goes for everything, I think.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind getting up on a Saturday or a Sunday and doing programs because I enjoy it. Like there's been waves where I've gone, no fucking chance. I'm sick of this shit. But like I always come back around because I like doing it. So yeah, if you're not enjoying it, then switch it up. That's probably the easiest thing.
Is that where you think you've changed over the time? Because here
we go.
Chucky's a hater on group fitness.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Me and Jack are on the same page, yeah.
Anti-group fitness game.
And I remember...
If it's done properly, different.
No, so it's not even that. It's the... I don't even know how to word it. I feel like even when I first met you, you would just straight up get rid of group fitness. Like, if you want to follow my plan, get rid of it. Because it just doesn't fit into my world. Whereas now, you'll say to clients... Go and do a HIIT class. Go and do an RPM class or something like that. And because it comes back to that enjoyment. Not that you would do on yourself.
No, but it also depends on the person. Like if you've got a fat lazy person that's not going to do anything unless they go, I would go and do cardio if it's somebody's telling me what to do in a group fitness class, then do it. You, however, were not in that situation.
Here we go.
And your goal was
complete
opposite to what you want, like group fitness was. So it didn't make sense to have group fitness there.
Fair enough. I wasn't talking about me, just FYI. I was talking about the general population. He always comes at me, and Jack's just sitting in the corner smiling today, like just listening.
Yeah, just letting my guest talk. And I'm happy that he's ripping into you because you did RPM. You're a spin teacher. You deserve every bit of it. Imagine every time you taught a spin class, you were insulting. Which one is he? Lance Armstrong. Is that the one?
He did drugs and got his.
He won the Tour de France.
Not the right way.
Why? What's the right way?
Not doing drugs and getting caught.
Well, he got caught. That was the wrong thing he did. But the problem is, he still won. He was still good. If he didn't do drugs, he might have come third. He's still good. You can't take that off him.
Still had to ride the bike. Yeah.
But how was that offensive to him?
Because every time you're in there, you go, all right, guys, quarter turn to the right. Stand up, push. 1, 2. Yeah, that's an insult. What are you doing? Cycling on a little bike. He had to cycle the actual asphalt roads in the heat, the rain, the sleet, the snow, eating gel shots that probably made him shit his dacks halfway through the race. And he still kept going. And you're here just getting people sweaty. RPM makes me sick.
You should ask for a gel pocket halfway through a spin class.
Sorry, guys. It's been a while.
Need my electrolytes. Got a point.
Are you okay? Not like you just went from 0 to hero there. That's going to be the one podcast of ours that goes viral now.
Good. Fuck RPM and group classes. I'll double down.
Have you ever even done an RPM class?
No, but I've ridden a real bike, and that's probably, I'm already better than all those people.
Yeah, I actually went forward.
Yeah. actually said, you know what? I won't watch a projector screen. I might actually go do it in real time. I might actually ride on the road. You know, I might actually put my helmet on and go for a pedal.
I found this video on my phone the other week.
You're going to cry.
But it was me getting on. It was on James's bike, so that's what I'm going to call it. That's why I couldn't ride it, because it was James's bike. But it's a video of me going around the backyard, and I was struggling to ride the bike. And
Proof, you don't even know how to ride bikes. You sit on a stationary one that doesn't wiggle, and he's right. I could bet you couldn't even strap up a helmet. I bet you if I asked you to put on a helmet, you wouldn't know how.
Oh, they've got the boots. Right?
Oh yeah, we can clip into the pedals pretty good, but
do you even know what they're called?
I don't need to because I don't plan on using them.
Called cleats, just
Cleats.
FYI.
I used to wear cleats as well. Are they cleats? When I played footy?
Chaps.
Clogs.
Clocks.
Okay. You probably own a pair of Crocs as well, don't you? Probably ride your bike in
I
Crocs.
used to wear Crocs before it was cool, and then I got rid of them because I got bullied for them. And now I want a pair, but now they're expensive because they're popular.
with the lights. The lights on them.
Yeah, I got a mate who's got them. I used to have pins in mine,
That's
like
a
the little,
disgrace.
says the RPM instructor. Shut up.
They should be compulsory in the gym.
What, Crocs?
Oh, 40-degree day, you just hear squelch at every step. Just the sweaty feet walking around.
You just roll up into the office in your slides. I don't think I've ever seen you wear actual shoes into the office.
Why would I wear shoes in the office? It's comfort only.
I'm pretty sure that's not part of the uniform.
You don't wear uniform ever in the office.
Real
Me and Chucky are the only two
shoes.
people that wear the proper uniform.
Excuse me, I wear my project jumper all the time.
When?
Every day that I'm
Doesn't
in
matter.
there.
You're Project Transform from home as of today.
I've lost my train of thought now. I'm gone because you've just beaten me down.
My bad. Do you want to do quick fires or you got more questions?
Yeah, well, I'll finish on a serious question. You can rapid fire now.
Okay. Oh, I don't know the rapid fire questions because they're on my phone and it's currently being used to record me. So I hope you have them.
I do have them. Let me just move. Hopefully we don't lose anything here.
Oh,
There,
yeah,
your
in
rapid
size
fire.
3 font, I can see.
Yeah. Do you want my glasses?
Do you want to just make the font bigger?
All right, so we got some rapid fire for you. Jack thought of all of these. So you've got one word answers.
He can have multiple word answers if he wants, but he can't take longer than like 2 seconds to answer. Like it's just bang, bang, bang. As soon as I finish the question, you've got to give me an answer.
Shit, I'm so shit.
And it's pretty quick because there's only like 6 questions. But all right, ready? So first one's going to be: are you sock shoe, or sock shoe?
Sock, shoe.
Yeah, that's good. You can only take one thing with you for the rest of your life: your fishing gear or Mal.
Or Mal, obviously.
Oh, controversial.
Mel's going to listen to this and be so upset.
'cause then
Ooh,
I'll make
Mel.
a fishing rod and then she can watch me fish.
Yeah, one true love.
All right, last impulse buy.
Oh, I don't know.
3 seconds, quick.
3,
Well, I
2.
probably added dip bars onto the shopping list of the...
There we go.
Oh, here we go. It's a gym purchase.
equipment.
Yeah,
That
fair
was
enough.
probably
Fair
it.
enough.
What about go-to karaoke song?
Shakira.
Chest or back?
Chest.
Legs or chest?
Chest.
Then why is it so small?
It's definitely not.
And that is all. That is all the rapid fires I had. Nah, they're not that bad. They're not that bad.
Oh.
Ow.
I can't believe he nearly chose the fishing rod over Mel.
He was close.
Mel is the mother of your children.
No, but he's smart because when he's stuck on an island with Mel, he can get Mel to go get the supplies to make a makeshift one.
Yeah.
Get a stick, some
She was thinking
bamboo.
like reproduction and all that.
no.
That's always her topic. When we did the zombie podcast,
she
her
told me
topic
that.
was the reproduction thing. And no wonder your grandma's disappointed. Everyone's going to be wondering what this backstory is behind
I
your grandma.
know, but I
It'll
feel like
come
I
out.
can't announce that to the world. No.
Episode 100,
All
truths.
the actual,
Yeah.
the juicy secret.
Don't worry, guys. I'll do a special behind the scenes and I'll tell you the story instead.
When I'm on maternity leave, Jack decides to run his own podcast. Oh, that's funny. What was the other one?
That was it.
Yeah, you maybe need to train legs more, and not just choose chest 5 days a
Why
week.
pants were created to cover the legs.
We're skinny jeans and they're loose.
Also, what Shakira song?
Hips don't lie.
Oh, yeah. Any of them?
Name 5 right now.
No.
I
couldn't even name 2.
One of my all-time favorite memories of Chucky is just him like carving up the dance floor, carving it up.
At what point? Which one?
Oh, look, there's probably a couple actually.
Christmas party.
One was definitely Christmas party.
Yeah.
You were in fine form
The Voyage Christmas
that
party.
year.
I'm
Yeah.
putting biscuits and cabanas and
In people.
in people's pockets.
Yeah. And like just yelling at other people, yelling from the other side of the room, yelling from the car, trying to drive you home, wind down the window. Everyone's trying to get into bank, and you're just
guys, I do not drink.
And then definitely my wedding was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old mate stood on my sunnies, broken, ruined them, shattered.
So upset.
Your mum loved it.
I don't even remember it. I didn't even know there was an issue.
Together.
We did, yeah. What, my mum and you, or?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, not us.
I was gonna say we did, yeah.
Just so you all know, guys, I wasn't invited to this wedding, so that's why I don't have a story.
Here we go. Well, I've been invited to your wedding one day.
I'm not getting married. You guys have all ruined marriage and pregnancy for me,
What do
so
you mean?
you've made it sound miserable. You've made them sound like chores.
When him and Gary were helping me get the equipment off the truck yesterday, they started having a D&M conversation about why they're not having kids. It's like I work with people with kids that, have just turned me off.
Oh, sorry, Emily.
Yeah, sorry, Emily. Actually, speaking about kids, I was actually going to bring this up. I heard a little fact about kids the other day. Danielle told me, and it scarred me even more. When kids breastfeed and suck on the nipple,
Yeah.
their spit goes back in to tell the mum what milk it needs to like combat any like viruses or anything like that. It like absorbs the
Surely
spit.
that's not true.
It's true. Chucky told me. He said it's true.
That's not true.
You fucking told me.
Well, that I know that they the body picks up. I never knew.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. It's like Danielle said.
a little,
Yeah. It's the vacuum. It's the vacuum from the baby.
like a bit of coral.
No, because apparently Danielle said when it's sucking on the nipple, the spit like gets absorbed by the nipple, sucks back in.
There's sensors there that pick it up. And
Yeah, weird. But anyway, that's another fun fact for this
I'm
session.
not about that life.
You got to pick up on these things, Maddie.
Clearly, I'm not going to be an A-grade mother. Actually, I had a doctor's appointment the other day, and she was like, "So have you packed your hospital bag or done any reading?" I was like, "No."
What for?
She's like, "You probably need to start putting things on a list for that." I was like, "I've got like 3 months to go. Calm down." But then she made me feel really bad because I think I need to get some things together, and I also think I need to do some reading because clearly I don't know that my kid's going to spit back at me.
You don't. Fucking hell. You don't. You just wait for it to come. It's the spontaneity of having a kid. You've made the spontaneous decision to have one. You've got to have the spontaneous fucking side effects of it.
When you get there.
Exactly.
Oh.
If I didn't know about breast milk, I'd probably feed my kid full cream milk. Like, I wouldn't know. So you just got to wing it. Yeah.
It's milk. Oh gosh. Anyway, enough on. You've got 2 kids. You should know this stuff.
I didn't really look into the ins and outs of everything.
See,
I
Jesse
definitely
knows
didn't
everything.
watch the videos and stuff. No
Oh,
way.
see, you're lucky. We have to do an in-person birth class.
Do ya?
Yeah.
Just go get your name ticked off and walk out.
James would be happy about that. He's not happy about having to do it.
See, we had to do it through COVID on
Yeah,
Zoom,
online.
so you just turn your screen off and do other shit.
Yeah, perfect. It makes me really nervous. Do you know that some people actually pay for that stuff too? Like
Kids?
there are no.
That's illegal. You can't be doing that.
Maddie's not
It's
actually
like-
pregnant.
Yeah, it's
Going
just
to
a
the black
lie.
market and buying
Every
one.
morning she's got the ear pump just making her look a little bit more pregnant.
Oh, so that's what those movements are. It's just my tummy deflating.
Just a leak.
Yeah, that's right. All right, 2 more serious questions.
2 more.
Yeah, 2 more. Actually, maybe 3. We're going to go to a more serious note.
Here we go.
Yeah. What challenges have you encountered in your career?
Well, COVID, obviously. That was a bit of a challenge.
I feel like you A+ on that one. Bernie'd be proud.
Oh, I hope so. I'm not disappointed.
No.
What challenges? Oh, probably what a lot of people don't know is I had a job before Voyage at Core Health in Frankston for 3 months. Got the sack.
Frankston. Why'd you get the
Suppose-
sack?
I wasn't up to standard, I don't think. Because they were more of the... Like, looking back at it now, they were more of the...
Like a quota.
Yeah, the company was just like... You could only do half-hour sessions. You weren't allowed to do isolation exercises like bicep curls and push downs and stuff. It all had to be compounds. We had to wear suit pants and shoes.
Yeah.
Polo shirt tucked in, everything.
Yeah.
I probably had, 10, 15 clients, but all the main PTs were like,
Fullers.
60 plus.
I suppose, you're doing half-hour sessions.
Yeah, it's all
All
about
day.
just punch them through.
Yeah, wow.
What other challenges have I faced in my career? I think just the whole business side of things. Like, that's just been... Like, I never did business courses, nothing. It was all like, Dad, what do I do here? Dad, what do I do there? So it was just, winging it, I guess. Now I've got somewhat of an idea. But even now, like, setting up a studio and the online transition was fine because it was all the normal
Sort of
shit
had
that
to.
you were doing
Yeah.
anyway. It was just now going, okay, how am I going to keep them motivated while they're at home? That was probably the new challenge. But the business is probably tax and super and all that kind of shit. It sort of comes natural after you fuck that up once and don't pay your tax bill, and then you're like, oh,
Damn it.
better pay that.
Yeah. Then you're behind for the next 10 years.
Yeah. So, I think just business in general. Because
Yeah.
they're never straight out of school. They don't teach you that shit in school. So.
Yeah. And one last question. We'll go with one. If you could go back and tweak one thing about how you've created Project Transform, or the path that led you, this is Jack's question, or the path that led you to Project Transform, what would it be?
Would you?
Oh, sorry.
Would I change
you?
it?
And if you would, what would it be?
Yeah.
Just Project Transform or prior to that? Like
Your
the
whole career leading
Okay,
up,
sweet.
pathway. What's pathway to what led you to Project Transform? To like building what you've got. So obviously everything you've done has ended
built
up.
to the moment now where you're
Yeah.
opening a studio.
I always knew that, like, and everybody that I suppose is around me knows that I've never been like goal driven. It's just like, oh, here's where I'm going now. Like, oh, it's time to get a studio. I think the thing that I would change is I'm a lot more, like, I'm pretty thought out. Like, I'm pretty, I suppose, strategic in decision making, but I'm a lot more willing to pull the trigger now. So I think pulling the trigger, on a few things probably 9 years ago, when I was really starting to get a few clients under my belt.
Yeah.
Like, I had a few ideas, but you're like, what if it goes south? Like,
Better to stay in the
so
safe
I was
zone.
always like, I was always just holding back. So I think if I'm a little bit more, dive in.
Can do attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not think too much. Bit of an overthinker, I think, in that sense. Not so much anymore. I definitely do, but I think that's only natural.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change anything in terms of like courses or anything that I've ever done. Like, I've done my CrossFit course, and that was probably one of the best courses in terms of the fundamentals of like just lifting, but with a barbell, like deadlifts and cleans and front squats and stuff, and actually position yourself. And that was through the time where CrossFit was having a fucking copping an absolute flogging for like injuries and shit.
Yeah.
But when you go and do the course, you're like, you realise it's just very much the dickheads just fucking winging it on the weekend, that are buckling themselves. But when the CrossFitters and like their programming, I mean, arguments for and against it, but there's a lot of styles of that I do use. So I think courses and all that kind of stuff is, I wouldn't change anything really, because my goal was always to have, I was saying to one client this morning, my goal was always to have a gym, and this has probably come to life a lot more since getting you on. That was when I was like, oh, maybe this could happen. And then when Jack and Danielle come on, I was like, all right, now we're like making a move on this. Was to have just a gym that still had that like home gym vibe that your mates can just come over and use. Like, that's what I wanted. And then, like, obviously that's what we're trying to, I suppose, build now.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy to think back. Like, I was talking about this with James. Something happened. He just met this guy in the gym the other day, and he was like, oh, it's just really funny that I've met this person. And it made me think about how I remember rocking up to your house. I was coming over to cut Mel's hair, and all of a sudden you were like, hey, this is what I've been thinking. Are you interested? And it was in that moment that my whole life changed, and I had no idea that it was about to happen. And then, like, going through COVID, and we would mentor like just on Zoom, and then we would like go to in person, and then it was just you, Mel, and I sitting there holding Eli, like having meetings. And then Jack and Danielle came on, and it got just that little bit bigger. and then it's just flowed on from there. And then now there's Jamie and Gemma as well, and you've got like an international coach. You've got Gemma who's in the UK, so it's grown massively. Did you ever think when you did bring me on that that's where it would get to?
Nope. Nah, I was just like I think it's just one of those things where you just naturally, like, we tend to fall into the next thing a lot of the time. Like, we've had conversations where it's like, oh, you know, we're pushing hard, but I think it's more just like, oh, we're naturally at that next point. Yeah. Like, obviously with, you know, I suppose sales and marketing and all that kind of stuff, you got to constantly do it, but it's more like in terms of even the studio, for instance, like that's 2 years in the making. There's been a lot of coming
steps in that too, hasn't there?
Yeah. Like you have a little go and then you're like, maybe not just yet. Like,
dipped your toes in.
Yeah. But no, I never had, I suppose, any plans for years of. I always just wanted to be a PT, and that was it. Yeah, which is cool. And I knew sort of the potential of how much money you could make. And I remember making my first $500 in a week, and I was like, man, fucking loaded.
He went out and really splurged that week.
Look out.
We're still living at home then too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Milking it.
Hopefully you didn't tell Tracy and Bernie about that. No, otherwise I might have taken board. Yeah.
Nah, Mum. I'm doing it tough. But no, I never had any, I suppose, any idea of, well, when you come on, it was more like, I'm full now.
Yeah, I just need someone to help.
I need somebody to give a chop
take
out.
The load. Yeah.
And that didn't help at all, did it?
No.
No. It was such a bananas time.
It was a crazy time.
Because it should have really went down the drain, but like the whole PT side of things.
Yeah. Like.
But it just took off.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess it's changed a lot, even in that time from pre-COVID to COVID to now. Yeah. It's changed a lot in that time. Yeah. How it looks and.
Yeah, it's very much back to the in-person touchy-feely stuff now. Like halfway, I would say. People still like their independence. Yeah. And to have that freedom of, like, I suppose the way we do check-ins is like not Zoom. Yeah. You can watch it later. Yeah. So they like that sort of style. Like, I can do it when I want to do it. Yeah. But they've still got to get it done. Yeah. But then, obviously, like, you know, doing skin folds or whatnot every so often, they still like that.
Yeah, that face-to-face check-in.
Yeah. I mean, some clients are just like, no, man, I'll just do my own thing. But.
Yeah. No, it's very cool to see the growth in the whole... Is it a company? Do we call it a company? The brand?
I just call myself still a small business.
Yeah. The growth in the brand.
Yeah.
And, like, to know that you've been able to help that many people, because it's not just one or two people. Like, it's a lot of people now that you've been able to help, whether directly or indirectly. That's nice.
It's a credit to you guys too. Like, all years of, you know, doing your own thing. Like, obviously, I suppose I look at all of yous and go, okay, hopefully I've taught you the right shit, not to do dumb things. And rarely do I go, why have you done that with a client?
And usually if you do, it's just to check, do you know what you're talking about? Like, do you have a why? Yeah.
And, like, it's a credit to all of yous. Like, you'll hold your own. You all got individual clients. I remember you saying, like I'm full and it's not because of me. I'm like, none of your clients would ever come to me.
That's right, yeah.
Like, and it's the same with your clients. Like, it's Jack's, Danielle's, Gemma's, Jamie's. Like, it's us. Yeah, credit to you guys because you all know how to handle yourselves and built project for us. Like, it's almost like we've done nothing. So we appreciate it.
We're the hard workers, aren't we, Jack? Sorry, the real top dog over there.
Me, head coach. Head coach. I'll take 50% equity. That's all right.
Nullify you. Well, I think, is there anything else that you wanted to add to that, Jack?
No, I think that was a good little ending.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that was good.
That was great. Thank you for coming on and joining us
Thanks
today.
Thanks for having me. I expect to be on many more.
You don't, or you do?
I do expect to.
Oh.
See how many views this one gets first.
Yeah. We'll see if it blows up or not. If not,
I'll just do random walk-ins.
We'll have to try.
mid podcast.
We'll have to try a different coach. See who the best one is.
Yeah.
You might get Insta famous.
I'll be down the bottom.
Well, you didn't even make it into the fantasy draft, that one. Didn't make it into the zombie apocalypse.
No, I did. Draft. I'm filthy about that too.
Yeah. Sorry. It was Jack's fault.
Be better. Fine.
It's all because I wear like skinny jeans.
Yeah. It's because you don't train
Don't train
legs. Yeah.
Don't worry, we got heaps of plates coming and stuff. The new joint, I'm
I
going to do
did.
heaps of leg sessions.
When I walked into the gym today, I noticed, because all the new equipment's come,
It's all legs.
there's only one plate on everything, on all the pin-loaded stuff.
Did you not see the fucking 20 cardboard boxes?
No,
on the
I
ground
definitely
full of
did. I
plates?
just conveniently left that out of the conversation.
Oh, sorry. Nick, cut that.
Yeah. So have you just been getting on the leg press, like no weights on it, just pumping it out, 100 reps, like
Yeah.
every morning, or just jumps.
Just walking up and down the stairs,
That's
carrying
enough
shit.
for me. Yeah, that's enough for me. Anyway, where can people find you? Because you never know, they might listen to this and think that's the coach for me.
Well, I'm the main Project Transform page, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
Where else? Facebook. But like Jack said, probably don't at me.
Yeah, his name is Andrew, not Chucky. So on Instagram, Project Transform, the main page is where you'll find him most, and obviously in the gym when that is open. But
Yeah.
we'll let everyone know.
Yeah, that's it.
Be
Stay
huge.
tuned.
Yeah, be huge.
Watch your space.
He is. Jack, where can they find you?
On Insta at PRJCT Transform _Jack. And then, yeah, obviously on the main page and things like that with my collaborative posts. But that's about it.
Yeah. And you can find me at Project Transform _Maddy with a Y, just in case anyone forgets. And if you have any questions or want us to talk about anything, let us know. But thank you again, Top Dog, for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Sure, we'll have you back on, especially to talk about the gym and how that's going. And yeah, that's it from us. Have a great day.
Ciao for now.